Hello everybody, I have an altered embroidery hoop to share with you. I was really inspired by all of the projects that the Prima design team has created with the Moon Child collection. So I kind of went with a few of my favorites. It was a layout, and one of the design team members did an altered embroidery hoop as well. So I just kind of went with something of my own. So I've had this kind of odd shaped embroidery hoop in my stash for quite some time. And I thought of doing some fabric instead of paper. So this fabric is from Finnabair. It comes in a pack of 3 different types of fabric. This is like a muslin cotton material, and I'm just kind of placing it in the embroidery hoop. And my tan line from my Fitbit is strong. Oh my goodness. I have been walking to and from the school very often this year, and you can tell that my tan is pretty pretty visible there. So anyways, I just thought it was funny. But I am now cutting the excess of the fabric off of the embroidery hoop, and then I am going to use some gesso just to kind of give it a little bit of whitewash. I wanted to paint the embroidery hoop and then just kind of give the fabric a little bit of texture. It just kind of tones down because it's a little bit yellowish, and so I wanted a little bit white, and I wasn't sure if I was going to put any sprays or anything on here or paints or anything, so I just wanted to be prepared just in case I was going to add any paints or sprays or anything. So I'm just lightly kind of dry brushing it on here, and I am not adding it too thick because I don't want to cover it completely. I'm just adding a little bit of a layer on top of the fabric. So like I said, so that it will be prepared just in case I decide to add color, which I didn't end up adding any color. Just some splatters in the end, but not any other colors. All right, so I cut some paper from the 12 by 12 paper pack, and all of the supplies will be listed down below, so be sure to check it out. And I wanted it to be darker on the bottom and lighter on the top, and then I had a plan of like fussy cutting all of the floral images out, and then that way they can kind of peek out from the paper, and it just ends up looking really neat. So I cut this circle, and I am adding 2 of them. They're cut in half because that way I can utilize more of the paper instead of it all hiding underneath of that top layer of paper. All right, so I'm going to add some clear gesso, which I realized that I had a lot of the white gesso still on my paintbrush, so I'm just kind of blending it out so it wasn't too white on there. And then I'm going to add some clear gesso to all of the paper. That way, like I said, so that if I add any paints or sprays, it's ready. That way the paint or color, watercolor or whatever I wanted to do wouldn't soak into the paper. All right, so now I am just adding a lot of these fussy cut images. I sat here probably for about 30 minutes fussy cutting out a bunch of the floral images, and I love how you can tuck them behind the paper and just kind of just everywhere, and the flowers in this collection are just super gorgeous. And then one of them has like a moon on it, and the flowers are just kind of surrounding it. They're just amazing and so gorgeous. I am in love with this collection. I am loving it more than I thought I would in the beginning. I knew I loved it, but I fell in love with the Georgia Blues collection immediately. Like, I just couldn't not use it first. But now playing with the Moon Child collection, I am loving it as well. Not as much as the Georgia Blues, but more than I thought I would. All right, so I'm going to add some flowers and then more of the floral images. Some of these are from the ephemera pack, which they had a little bit too much white showing around them, so I kind of cut them out a little bit more so there wasn't as much white border around the ephemera pieces. And I'm still going to just add more gesso, clear gesso, to all of the floral images that I cut out. So I did add some embroidery thread behind the flower, and this flower is from the collection. A few of these other ones that I'm going to add right now are just kind of random. I'm not exactly sure which collection or anything or how old they are, but I will try to find them and I will list them in the description box if I can find them for you. All right, so I added a little bit more embroidery thread behind that flower, and then I'm just going to add more floral images, and then I cut out some of the butterflies, which are super gorgeous as well. So I'm going to add that one right there. And I was planning on adding a photo, but it covered up the whole frame. Excuse the motorcycle or four-wheeler, whatever that is. My windows are open and just enjoying this cooler weather we have here, so letting some fresh air in. Anyway, so I'm adding some dry brushing on some white gesso just to kind of make everything flow nicely together. And then I add a couple more butterflies, and then I'm just adding some clear gesso. Again, I wasn't sure if what I was going to do at this point. I did add a chipboard or wood veneer piece from Kaisercraft. It says choose happiness. And then now I'm going to add some white splatters, and this is picket fence from, it's a distress spray. And I mixed together some matte gel and also some art stones and the mini art stones, and that way I can add a little bit more texture to this project. I felt it needed just a little bit something else, and I might still add a little bit of glass glitter, but I'm not too sure. But I really love how the art stones look on this project, so I just kind of add them randomly here and there, just adding texture where I feel it needs, and I think it just gives it just the right amount of texture and interest to the project. All right, so I am going to add more splatters to finish off the project. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. It was pretty simple and short video today. Please visit my website, tiffanysolorio.com, and here is a look at the project again. Please be sure to leave me a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, I did start a Patreon page. Be sure to check that out. It is in the description box as well. Find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all of that fun stuff. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.